I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, good citizens of Margaret Mead Junior High School. This is Chief. I am your Chief Justice. I stand here sworn to uphold the laws of this building, sworn to protect the sanctity of learning, sworn to keep these halls more orderly than a freshly waxed gym floor before a big game. And beside me stands my partner, Detective Cochise, a man who, yes, has been known to fight crime with one hand while consuming cafeteria tater tots with the other. He has stacked them into pyramids that rival the great wonders of the world. He has drowned them in ketchup until the tray looked like the Red Sea. He has eaten with the hunger of a man who just went 12 rounds with Apollo Creed. Citizens, if you have ever reached for the ketchup pump and found it tragically empty by third period, the evidence points to him. But today is not about ketchup. Today is about law. Today is about order. Today is about justice.
She tells no lies. I am guilty of those top crimes, but citizens, let me assure you there are bigger crimes afoot. Greater mysteries that need to be solved, and before we open the case files, we must address the missing piece of our trio. Sergeant Buzzkill, where is he, you ask? I'll tell you, he's deep undercover, so deep that not even I, his partner, his brother in the badge, can track him down. Rumor has it he's been moonlighting as a substitute gym teacher in Des Plaines, blending into dodgeball games with the stealth of a panther in sweatpants. Others whisper that he's dismantling a black market gum cartel in Roselle, each bubble popped in the name of truth. What I know is this: Buzzkill will return. And when he does, his paperwork will be flawless, his glare will be sharper than a Mr. T scowl, and his mustache, of course, will be unstoppable. Until that day, though, you have the chief, you have me, and together, citizens, we will monologue for justice.
Focus 15. Citizens, this is not just a number. It is not just a suggestion. It is the cornerstone of order. 15 minutes at the start of every class, set aside for nothing but learning. Not 10, not 12, not 13 and a half, 15. 15 golden minutes that form the bedrock of your education. They are the opening credits to the film of your day. They are the national anthem before the game. They are the overture before the curtain rises. Without them, the structure collapses. Without them, the day falls apart. And yet, what do we see? Wanderers, loiterers, students slipping in the hallways as though those 15 minutes were optional. Lockers slamming open and shut like cymbals in a band that never practiced. Sneakers squeaking as though the floor itself were calling you away. But hear me now, citizens. The halls are not your playground. They are not your stage. They are not the shopping mall from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. During Focus 15, they must be emptier than a blockbuster video in the year 2025. Would Maverick walk away from his jet before takeoff? Would Indiana Jones leave the map before finding the treasure? Would Rocky quit in the warm-up before the bell rings? No, they would not, and neither should you. Focus 15 is your liftoff sequence, your treasure map, your first round in the fight for knowledge. Walk away, and you are not just breaking a rule, you are breaking the launch sequence of your future. Citizens, the verdict is final. Stay in class, stay in your seat, stay focused. Focus 15 is law.
And then there's the matter of passes. Oh, the passes, the most absurd currency in junior high. Citizens, let me paint you a picture. Imagine your life is a video game. You don't get infinite lives. You don't get continues. You get 3. 3 passes per class per trimester. That's all. Not 4, not 5, not unlimited like a cheat code in Contra. 3. And yet what do I see? Students burning through them like they were going out of style. Gone by week 2. Gone before the first quiz. Gone before the leaves have even changed color in autumn. I've seen passes wasted on sharpening a pencil, on getting a drink of water only to pour it out untouched, on wandering to nowhere just to stretch the legs. I've seen passes burn so fast it makes my head spin. And then the student sits there, trapped, parched, desperate, like a castaway waving at passing ships. But there are no ships. There are no rescue helicopters. There are only consequences. Guard your passes like Indiana Jones guards the Grail. Protect them like Marty McFly protects the DeLorean. Treasure them like I treasure that last golden tot on my tray. Because once they are gone forever. There are no refunds, no reprints, no extensions. Abuse them and you are not just breaking policy, you are writing your own obituary in the book of common sense. 3 means 3. Guard them or suffer the fate of the pass bandit.
And now, the cell phones. Citizens, this is the law. Off and away. Not buzzing like a pager from 1987. Not glowing under your desk like a lantern in the dark. Off and away. If it is seen, it will be confiscated. If it is heard, it will be confiscated. If it so much as trembles in your pocket, justice will be swift. And then what? It sits in the office, locked away, waiting like evidence in a sealed case file. You may retrieve it at the end of the day. Not before, not during, at the end. And don't think that accomplices get off free. Earbuds, headphones, these are not innocent bystanders. They are accomplices, guilty by association. If it goes in your ears and it is not knowledge, it is banned. I do not say this with malice. I do not say this with cruelty. I say this with order, with law, with clarity. Phones off, earbuds away, or the gavel will drop and the verdict will be swift. The case is clear, the evidence is overwhelming. Citizens, the law is final.
Tardies, the silent epidemic. The crime that you think goes unnoticed, but it doesn't. Citizens, you have 3 minutes between classes. 3, not 4, not 5, 3. And yet, what do I see? Students lingering like it's a Sunday stroll. Students chatting like it's the food court at the mall. Students drifting as though time itself will wait for them. But time waits for no Mustang. 3 minutes is not a luxury, it is a test. It is a crucible. Can you move with urgency? Can you respect the clock? Or will you waste it, fritter it away, and let it slip like sand through your fingers? And when you do, the consequences arrive. Tardies add up, they stack, and when they stack too high, you will find yourself in the most feared meeting of all, the meeting with Sergeant Buzzkill. His glare, it melts steel. His sigh, it echoes longer than the end credits of Magnum P.I. His silence is louder than thunder. Citizens, I beg you, do not waste those 3 minutes. This is not Home Alone. You cannot sprint through the airport screaming at the last second. You have 3 minutes. Use them, because 3 minutes means 3 minutes, not a second more and not a second less.
And finally, the wheels. Electric bikes, scooters, skateboards, citizens hear me well. These are outlawed, forbidden, banished from District 54 property. Not on the sidewalks, not leaning on the racks, not tucked under your arm like a trophy from an 80s skateboard movie. If it rolls, it does not belong here. This is not a matter of opinion. This is not a point of debate. This is law. Break it and the case is closed before it begins. The verdict, guilty. The punishment, justice. Leave the wheels at home, citizens, or answer to the Meade Fuzz.
So, let's review. Let's tie up the files. Focus 15, 15 golden minutes, the launch sequence of your destiny. Passes, 3 lives in the game of junior high, and if you waste them, it's game over. Phones off and away, because the only buzz that we want is the buzz of learning. Tardies, 3 minutes to move, and if you waste them, you face Buzzkill himself. And wheels, electric wheels, leave them at home, because if it rolls, it doesn't belong here. Citizens, these are not suggestions, they are not requests, they are not gentle nudges in the right direction. They are laws. Laws that are carved into the bedrock of Meade Junior High School. Laws enforced by the Meade Fuzz. And as long as we stand watch, there will be order. Because we don't nap, we don't rest, we don't fade into the credits, we monologue.
And remember, Sergeant Buzzkill may be undercover now, but he will return. And when he does, he will expect orders sharper than neon, cleaner than Crockett's blazer, tighter than a Rocky training montage. Show him, show us, show yourselves that you can live by the law of the Meade Fuzz. Show him that we are one.
Wait a second. Do my eyes deceive me? Citizens, can it be? I stole your line. It is! By the power of neon and mullets, Sergeant Buzzkill has returned.
Detective, Chief, citizens, yes, it is I, Sergeant Buzzkill, back from the shadows, back from the undercover depths, back quicker than I ever expected. While you sat in classrooms, I sat in gyms. While you navigated passing periods, I navigated dodgeball games and displays. Have you ever tried to play dodgeball in full undercover gear?
Nope.
I have. It's exhausting and yet necessary because the law never sleeps. I've seen things you would not believe. Lockers opened with chewing gum used as currency. Entire homework rings trading social studies answers like they were baseball cards. Gum bubbles inflated to the size of grapefruits only to burst and leave evidence everywhere. And yes, I once locked eyes with a panther in sweatpants. I will not elaborate further. The mission is complete, and now I return. Not to scold, not to glare, not to confiscate, but to honor. This, citizens, is not just fried dough. This is not just frosting and sprinkles. This is the circle of justice, the eternal loop of order, the reward for those who choose the path of righteousness. Every student whose name is read today has earned this symbol, a free donut, to be claimed tomorrow in the office, a donut that says, I did what was right, a donut that says, I live the law, a donut that says, we are one.
You heard the Sarge, the sweetest reward since powdered sugar itself.
No. It's more than sweet. It's symbolic. Because when you bite into that donut tomorrow, you are not just eating breakfast. You are consuming justice. You are devouring unity. You are tasting the very law of mead, glazed and sprinkled for your convenience. And to those names who are not read today, let this donut haunt you. Let it remind you of what could have been. Let it fuel your choices tomorrow, the next day, the next week, until your name is called. And if it's not, then citizens, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Students, if your name is called, step forward tomorrow. Collect your donut and remember, the We Are One standard, it's not a suggestion. It is who we are. It is who we must be.
This donut is a badge. Wear it with honor. Do not squander it. Do not waste it. Do not, under any circumstances, leave crumbs on the carpet. Justice is served with sprinkles. And
Our names are missing, so what we will do is read those names over the all call at the end of the day today. We'll keep the mystery going a little
always
bit longer.
in suspense. And to those of you that are not named, your time may come. Or it may not. The donut decides.
That's it, Mustangs. The Mead Fuzz is back at full strength. The chief, the detective, the sergeant, the law has never been louder.
Stay focused, Mead Mustangs. The Mead Fuzz is always watching. Case closed.